Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a topic that has sparked countless discussions in the dating world: how high-value men pass every woman's test. This video is for those of you looking to understand the dynamics of attraction, dating, and relationships from a deeper perspective. It's about mastering the art of becoming a high-value man who isn't fazed by the challenges that come with dating. If you're ready to step up your game and handle every test thrown your way with confidence and class, then stick around because I'm breaking down everything you need to know. Before we jump in, let's clarify something. When I say tests, I don't mean manipulative or negative behavior from women. These are natural, sometimes subconscious ways women assess compatibility, strength, and confidence in a potential partner. Alright, with that out of the way, let's jump into what makes a man high value and how he navigates these tests with ease. Section 1. What is a high-value man? Let's start by defining what a high-value man is. A high-value man is not defined by his money, status, or looks alone. Instead, he embodies traits like self-confidence, self-awareness, ambition, emotional intelligence, and respect for himself and others. High-value men are purpose-driven. They have goals and passions and pursue them without needing validation from others. This creates an aura of independence that is incredibly attractive. They are emotionally secure. They know who they are and don't need constant reassurance or approval from anyone else. When women test them, it's not about the man proving his worth. It's about the woman seeing how he reacts. These men have strong boundaries and don't tolerate disrespect. They are kind, but they are not pushovers. Women sense this strength and often test to see if he will stand firm in his values and standards. Section 2. Understanding women's tests. Now that we know what makes a high-value man, let's talk about why women test men. Women test because, on a subconscious level, they want to find out if a man is truly as strong, confident, and valuable as he seems. These tests come in different forms. It could be teasing, disagreeing, showing interest in other men, challenging his opinions, or playing hard to get. It's important to understand that these tests aren't necessarily malicious. Women test to see if the man can handle pressure, maintain his self-respect, and keep his composure. For example, if a woman teases a man about his job, it's not about the job itself. It's about how he reacts. Does he get defensive and angry, or does he laugh it off and stay grounded? The way a man reacts to these tests gives a woman insight into his personality, confidence, and emotional strength. The more you understand these dynamics, the better you'll be at handling them. Section 3. How high-value men pass tests. 1. Confidence and self-assurance. High-value men know their worth and do not seek validation from others. When tested, they remain calm and collected. For example, if a woman playfully asks, "Are you always this full of yourself?" a high-value man would simply smile and respond with humor like, "I try to be." They don't get rattled by criticism or teasing. They understand that these tests are not a judgment of their character, but a natural part of attraction. This self-assured attitude is incredibly attractive. 2. Setting boundaries. High-value men are not afraid to set boundaries. If a woman tests him by crossing a line or acting disrespectfully, he will call it out calmly but firmly. For example, if she tries to cancel a date last minute without a valid reason, he might say, "I understand things come up, but I value my time. Let's plan for another day when you're certain you can make it." This response shows that he values himself and his time, making it clear that he won't accept disrespectful behavior. This is a crucial way high-value men maintain their standards and pass tests. 3. Staying non-reactive. One of the key ways high-value men pass tests is by staying non-reactive. Women might test a man's patience or confidence by pushing his buttons. A high-value man remains calm, doesn't get defensive, and doesn't feel the need to prove himself. If she throws a playful jab or tries to make him jealous, he simply smiles, nods, and continues the conversation. His calmness shows that he isn't easily influenced by external pressures, which is a sign of inner strength. 4. Humor as a deflection tool. Humor is a high-value man's secret weapon. When faced with a test, responding with lightheartedness and wit can completely disarm the situation. For instance, if she says, "Are you one of those guys who think they can get any girl?" he could respond with a smirk, "Only if she's as interesting as you." This shows confidence without arrogance and diffuses any tension. 5. Emotional control. High-value men have emotional control. They do not let their emotions dictate their actions, especially when dealing with a test. Whether it's jealousy, insecurity, or anger, they keep their emotions in check. When a woman tries to provoke him, he doesn't lash out or react impulsively. He acknowledges his feelings, processes them, and responds in a way that aligns with his value. 6. Authenticity. Authenticity is key to passing any test. High-value men are true to themselves and do not pretend to be something they're not to impress someone. When tested, they respond genuinely, which demonstrates confidence and integrity. If asked about his future plans or ambitions, a high-value man doesn't give a rehearsed answer to fit a narrative. He speaks openly about his goals, his passions, and his beliefs, showing that he's comfortable with who he is. 7. Giving space and not chasing. Women might test a man's patience by becoming a bit distant or less responsive. A high-value man doesn't panic or start chasing. Instead, he respects her space and continues focusing on his own life. This behavior communicates that he is not desperate for attention and that his sense of self-worth isn't dependent on her validation. This attitude not only passes the test but also increases attraction. Section 4. Common tests and high-value responses. Let's dive into some common tests women use and how high-value men respond. Test 1. Playing hard to get. A high-value man doesn't chase excessively. If she becomes distant, he respects that and focuses on his own life. This response shows he is not needy or dependent on her validation. Test 2. Teasing or insults. If she makes a teasing remark, a high-value man takes it in stride and responds with humor or a playful tease in return. This showcases his confidence and ability to handle lighthearted banter. Test 3. Questioning his ambition. When asked about his goals, he confidently shares his vision without over-explaining or seeking approval. This shows that he is driven and self-assured. Test 4. Checking jealousy. If she mentions other men or her male friends, a high-value man responds calmly. He doesn't show insecurity. Instead, he remains unfazed, signaling that he is confident in his worth. Test 5. Boundary testing. If she cancels plans last minute, he asserts his standards politely, indicating that he values his time. He may say, "I understand, let's reschedule when we're both available." This response sets a boundary while remaining respectful. Section 5. Developing high-value traits. Becoming a high-value man isn't about adopting a fake persona. It's about cultivating qualities like confidence, self-respect, and emotional stability. Here's how you can start developing these traits. 1. Self-improvement. Focus on personal growth, pursue your passions, and build a life that you love. The more fulfilled you are, the less you'll need validation from others. 2. Emotional intelligence. Learn to manage your emotions and understand others. Practice staying calm under pressure and responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. 3. Setting boundaries. Identify what you will and will not tolerate in relationships. Setting boundaries communicates your self-respect and shows that you value yourself. 4. Building confidence. Confidence comes from knowing your worth. Embrace your strengths and work on your weaknesses, but never let your value be determined by someone else's opinion. Conclusion. High-value men pass every woman's test, not because they play games, but because they are confident, self-assured, and grounded in who they are. They don't seek validation or bend to others' whims to be liked. Instead, they remain true to their values, set boundaries, and handle situations with grace and humor. Remember, it's not about outsmarting or manipulating tests. It's about being the kind of man who naturally exudes the qualities women are attracted to. Confident,